Welcome to week 1 of fighting autoimmune disease and inflammatory disease with the Wahls Protocol diet, level 1. I'll give you a little bit of background information. I am one of 50 million people in the United States who was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. And also I'm one of millions more that suffer from inflammatory disease. I have excessive inflammation throughout my body. With my autoimmune disease, the oral medication and the topical medications were not working, and so I've decided that maybe I need to take my health into my own hands, and along with those topical creams and oral medications, maybe I should try changing my diet. My goal is to reduce the discomfort I'm having from my autoimmune disease, as well as to eliminate, hopefully, the pain that I suffer from inflammation. And it's a dull, nagging pain that goes on day in, day out. Those who have followed the Wahls Protocol diet have reported having quite a bit of success with their health after only a few months of being on this diet. There are 3 levels to the diet, 1, 2, and 3. I am starting out on level 1, and Dr. Terry Wahl created this diet, and it's spelled Terrywahl. She created the diet, and she called it the Wahls Protocol diet after following it herself after being diagnosed with MS. Now, there's a great YouTube video. It's called Terry Wahl, MD, the Wahls Protocol Cooking for Life interview. And during this interview, I've watched numerous ones with her, but this particular one, the Wahls MD, the Wahls Protocol Cooking for Life video, I find that she goes into a little bit more detail and it's kind of concise. So if you'd like to hear more about it, please check out her video, and I'll put the link to that video below so that you can watch it a little bit later. So let's just review, what is the Wahls Protocol? What does it require? So let's just start off at the top. 3 cups of leafy greens. I know it's a lot to digest, but just stay with me because it's like playing a game. Once you know the rules, you are ready to kick butt, right? And so that's where we're going to be. At least that's where I am. And remember, this is my journey, and I'm asking you to join me on this journey. Just to follow me. You don't even have to say, well, I'm interested in this diet, but I am interested maybe in the diet and the outcome of me, this individual. Okay, so anytime you go on a diet, you should check with your physician to make sure that that diet is appropriate for you. Okay, now what I like about the diet is it does have a lot of variety. So let's get back to the 3 cups of leafy greens. Like I said, I know it's a lot to digest, but when we talk about leafy greens, we're talking about dark green lettuces such as romaine, green and red curly leaf lettuce, spinach, kale, bok choy. All of those contain a lot of vitamins and nutrients. And what we're really trying to do is to load our bodies up with lots of vitamins and minerals. And all of these foods are high in vitamins and minerals that our cells need. Because with autoimmune disease, what's happening is your cells are somewhat sick. And so they are attacking, your immune system is attacking your own cells. And so what we're trying to do here is repair all of the cells. So leafy greens can be cooked or raw. And if you're cooking, you want to measure your greens before you cook, because otherwise it would be an enormous amount of leafy greens. So you would measure them out. If you don't have a measuring cup, no problem. Dr. Wahl suggests that you fill a dinner plate, and a dinner plate is normally about 9 to 10 inches wide. Fill that dinner plate completely up. And so I have a photo here where I have measured 1 cup of leafy greens. You do want to pack those greens down. You don't want to fluff them up. You want to pack them down a little bit. And then when I put that out, here's a dinner plate where I put that 1 cup on the dinner plate. Now remember, this is 1 cup. So now, if you can imagine, you need 3 times that amount in order to have 3 cups of leafy greens. All right, the second requirement is 3 cups of sulfur-rich vegetables. That means broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, turnip bottoms, onions, garlic, mushrooms, and leeks. Like the leafy greens, sulfur-rich foods can be eaten for lunch, dinner, snack, uh, and if you're cooking, measure the 3 cups prior to cooking. I'm also from the South. In case I didn't mention it, I'm from South Louisiana, and we love our food. We love our New Orleans food. We also love soul food. And so eating sulfur-rich vegetables has not been a very difficult thing for me, but it may be for you. So you're going to have to pick out those vegetables that are most interesting and vegetables that you are more likely to consume. And don't worry, if you don't reach the 3 cups on these items in the first week or two, you can work yourself up to it. And maybe you never work it up to 3 cups. Dr. Wahl says, use your instincts and your appetite to determine how much. I'm trying to get in the entire 3 cups because I really want to get well really soon. All right. The third, 3 cups of brightly colored fruits and vegetables. Again, magic number is 3 cups. So these could be brightly colored fruits and vegetables. You want to be heavier on the vegetables than the fruits, especially if you are trying to maybe lose some weight or you have an issue with diabetes. Then of course you're not going to want all those sugars from the fruits. So again, the magic number is 3, and these can include carrots, beets, brightly colored peppers, berries, tomatoes, winter squash, citrus fruits. Here is a picture of a salad where I was able to incorporate 3 cups of leafy greens along with 2 cups of brightly colored fruits and vegetables. I have carrots in this salad. I have strawberries in this salad. I have an array of things in this salad. And so with this salad, this one salad that I made for lunch, I was able to consume all of my leafy greens and 2 cups of my red orange or my brightly colored vegetables and fruits. And so it's not difficult to do. If you're not big on cooking and you love salads, this could really work well for you. The next is 6 to 12 ounces of meat, poultry, fish, and or game each day. I am right now with week 1, I'm at about 6 to 8 ounces. I doubt that I will ever get up to 12 ounces because this diet is for men and women. And so men might be able to consume 12 ounces of meat or poultry, fish, or game, but I'm just finding it hard. But I do know that as we age, and of course I'm 60 plus, we need to eat more protein, especially women. And so I'm going to try to get my protein up. But I'll be honest, I am meeting the requirement of a minimum of 6 just about every day. And sometimes I went up as high as 9. And so the important thing about your meat, your poultry, your fish, you're going to want to eat pasture-raised meats. That's beef, pork, poultry, lamb. She loves for you to eat wild game. So if you got some hunters in the family and you got a deer or whatever else they hunt, wild boar, please partake of it, right? And enjoy it. And also wild caught fish. And so it needs to be wild caught and fish or seafood. And so these things could be, wild caught salmon, canned sardines. I love canned sardines. Atlantic mackerel. That's not one of my favorite ones, but some people might like it. Cod, herring, lake trout. I even had something I think that was called hardhead trout. It was very delicious. Canned like tuna, shrimp, and crab. I've got a seafood market like walking distance from my house, so that was really music to my ears to hear shrimp and crab. There are no requirements as to which meal these foods need to be included in. I know you're a little tired of hearing about all these requirements, but stick with me, okay? Like I said, it's like playing a game. And if you are finding this information useful, or this might be a diet you might want to consider and you want to track my progress, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if this is a topic of interest to you. You're also invited to leave questions or comments below, and I will respond. I'll try my best to respond in the next video. Now, to the last requirement, it's an easy one. Consume at least 2 tablespoons of healthy oils sometime during the day. Coconut oil, not hard, flaxseed oil, hemp oil, walnut oil, or other cold pressed oils. I'll also add that I started taking a cod liver oil supplement because I did not meet my full 16 ounces of omega-rich fish this week. I'm working towards it. I'm getting there. So I am taking a supplement to kind of make sure I get all of my omega-3s in. And if you're not big on fish, this may be something that you might want to decide that maybe you're going to take a supplement to, ensure that you're getting all the nutrients you need. Dr. Wahl also suggests that you eat a 4th cup of nuts or seeds daily. She always encourages you to buy organic fruits and vegetables and pasture-raised meats. Let's talk about the foods I must avoid. No gluten, no milk or dairy products, or any products that have milk added. That means no ice cream, right? No eggs or products made with eggs. This one kind of surprised me, but because I used to eat eggs at least 3 times a week for breakfast, so I had to do away with all the eggs. And I've supplemented that breakfast menu. I'm doing smoothies, quite a bit of green smoothies with just a little bit of fruit. So I'll talk about that in another video. No artificial sweeteners, and limit your natural sweeteners. You can have a teaspoon of honey or maple syrup or molasses, daily. But, sugar can be like an addiction, and it's a slippery slope. You put 1 teaspoon, you want another teaspoon. So you know what? I just said this week, none of that. So you're not going to put any of those pink, yellow, green packets in anything. You're going to also limit your non-gluten grains. Like if I'm going to have corn, I can only have 1 serving of non-gluten grain per day. So if I had oatmeal for breakfast, then I'm not going to have oatmeal grain any other time during the day. And the important thing about avoiding these particular foods is because we all know that people are prone to allergies from these foods, and we really don't know which ones I may be, having an issue with. And so I do know that gluten definitely can cause leaky gut syndrome, and because I do have some issues, there's that other word, constipation. I wanted to stay off the gluten and see if it would help. So that means no breads, crackers, pasta, cereal. I did place an order for some crackers that are gluten-free just as a backup in case one day I just have to have a cracker. I'm going to have some gluten-free ones in the house. And really, that's about it. But the important thing to know is that you take all of these foods out of your diet for a period of time. Let's say 6 to 10 weeks. And then you can slowly add 1 back at a time. And if it doesn't cause you any problems that week, it's a possibility that you don't have an allergy. Now you can also send off in take a couple $100 and pay for, to have an allergy test. But this is just a simple way because I think it just tells your microbiome that, hey, change is coming. The way I'm eating is totally different now. And so we can talk about that. So bottom line, how did I do this week? Well, let's look at it. I was able to eat 3 cups of leafy greens 6 out of 7 days. Not bad. And I always had leafy greens. I just didn't need the 3 cups on one day. 3 cups of brightly colored fruits and vegetables. I did it. It's not hard. A cup of fruit, half a cup of fruit, 2.5 cups of vegetables. I didn't have fruit every day because, like I said, a byproduct of this, hopefully, is that I'm going to lose some weight. So I'm not heavy on the fruit, but I was heavy on the carrots. I think my skin even started turning yellow a little bit. No kidding. 3 cups of sulfur rich. This is definitely a challenge for me. 5 out of 7. Because these sulfur rich products like broccoli, cabbage, collard greens kind of fall in the leafy greens, but they've got sulfur as well. So there's kind of like some overlap in some of the foods I ate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a little bit of an upset stomach one day, so I did pull back on the amount of sulfur rich. And remember, Dr. Wahl said, as much as you can tolerate and your appetite can tolerate. So because I didn't meet the 3 cups, I'm good with that. 6 to 12 ounces of protein. I hit the 6 ounces every day, but one day. So 6 out of 7 days. And I definitely have to work on the omega-3 fish. No wheat, 7 out of 7 days. I mean, I got to clap. I got to clap. I can't believe it. I did it. No dairy, 7 out of 7 days. No eggs, 7 out of 7 days. And no soy, 7 out of 7 days. So I hope that you all will send me some comments, encouraging me to stay on this diet. And I'm just really grateful that you tuned in. I hope you made it through this part of the video. I promise you not all videos will be quite this long. So I hope that you will subscribe to my channel if this is something that interests you and it could be helpful for you or maybe for a family member. Also, even if you're not going to subscribe, if you like this particular video, then give me a thumbs up saying that you like it. And so I also want to say that in no way am I affiliated with Dr. Wahl. I just read her book. I went through my local library. Somehow I found this book. It was on audio as well. I listened to it and it caught my attention because I have been, like I said, suffering with all of these aches and pains, not to mention a herniated disc and an injured shoulder from a massage. That's something to talk about later. But I was just eager. And so I soaked it all in and then I ordered her cookbook. So I'm just trying to follow the protocol as she described it in her book and in her cookbook to better my life. And so I hope to see you soon with week 2. And I won't go into as much detail, but I will go into more details about how I'm preparing meals and what's it's entailing. And so if you want to later go back and review what the requirements are, you can always go back to week 1. So as I leave, I want you to remember, we are what we eat.